Hey, what's happening, nation? It's Joku. So, Eli Apple's no longer with us. His contract dispute coming down. I'm sure it came down to money. It always comes down to money. But he's a free agent again. So, I wanted to go ahead and take a look at it, put a few options out there. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know if you think it was a good move or a bad move. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. I always do appreciate that. But let's go ahead and jump into this and take a look at it real quick. So, I thought everything was set. I thought we were good to go. We had a number 2 corner. I was happy with Eli Apple. I'm not going to lie. I know a lot of you guys think that he's just pure trash, but compared to what else was out there, I really thought we got a pretty good deal on this. But apparently the deal could not be done. So he's gone, and that is what it is. I've heard some people saying that it happened because Dre Kirkpatrick got cut, and now we're going to go ahead and make a move on him. I will tell you with 100% confidence right now that Eli Apple is a way, way better corner than Kirkpatrick. He just is. But there's still a shot we see Dre come over and play for the Raiders, so I'm curious to see what happens with that. I mean, he played damn good under Gunther when they were together, so maybe he can bring that bring that form back. But if he can't, we're going to be missing Apple at that point. I promise you that. Oh, what's up, dude? I was honestly going to give you a shout out in tonight's video because I haven't heard from you in a minute. I'm glad you're back. Going with that real name. I like that. But what do you think about it, dude? What do you think about Eli Apple not working out and being gone? Go ahead and stick that out there. But I wanted to push through. Talked about Kirkpatrick. I talked about him in a video a few days ago. So we pretty much already broke him down. And it is what it is. He has his injuries. Oh, Kirby, what's happening, man? And so I'm not too down with Kirkpatrick, but there's a real possibility it happens. Then there's a few names that I hear you guys keep shouting out there that you'd really like to see come over to this team. The first one is Mackensie Alexander from Minnesota. And the second one was Logan Ryan from the Titans. Both those dudes are good corners. They truly are. But both those dudes are slot corners. And we were really looking for like a number 2. Because I mean, some of you guys are going to give me shit about this. But I really think that Mullins is a number 1 corner. I think he can hold that down for us. I'm really happy that we finally have that. That's why I thought Apple would have been a good fit. But Alexander and Ryan, they're slot corners. They can't come in there and be that number 2 guy. Ryan would have a shot at doing it, but Mackensie would not have a shot at doing it at all. He'd end up getting fucking toasted out there, and I do not want to see that shit. So possibly Ryan, but I think Ryan's going to cost too much money, and obviously we're having some money issues out there. Oh, Zach, what's happening? Renee, what's happening? I thought we paid him too much anyway. That's true, Zach. I'll give you that. I want to see Johnson out there. Looks like they're making up cap space, maybe room for something big. That's very possible. That is very, very possible. And I love Isaiah Johnson. I truly do. I want to see that kid have a serious shot. When you go out there in preseason and you get your face all jacked up like he did and then you ride IR, that shit it rattles your confidence like big time, big time. We might draft a cornerback. I truly think we are going to draft a cornerback. I think that's serious, like that's a definite. It might not be in those first 2 picks, but somewhere throughout this draft we're definitely taking a corner. Love Johnson's potential. Yeah, dude, Johnson, I'm telling you, that kid has some serious size. He has speed. And if he would have taken that fucking cleat to the face underneath his face mask, I think you would have seen a hell of a lot more of him last season. Then by the time he came back off IR, the season was already pretty much over at that point for us. We were still fighting for a playoff spot, but we all sat there and saw it. You could tell that team wasn't the same. Something was injuries fucked it up, and then we just kind of blew it after that. So let me keep pushing on these guys. The next one was Tremaine Johnson. And I'll tell you right now, the Jets ate $12 million just to get him off the team, just so they didn't have to see him out there. So that's a serious red flag, like a serious red flag. Plus, the dude's getting older. It is what it is. He might get picked up by somebody, but I do not want to see him out there for us at all. Nevin Lawson fit in our scheme. Yeah, I mean, he does. And, I mean, we did re-sign him already. So, I mean, Lawson's going to be back out there. I still think there's better options out there. I really need him to step up. I want to see Johnson move actually past him on the depth chart so we get to see more of him. But I think Lawson's going to end up seeing him stick around. The dude can hit. I mean, I'll give him that. This one, the next guy I want to talk about is he didn't start last season, but he ended up becoming the starter, and he got progressively better every week. And he's been around, but it's Javian Elliott from the Panthers. He's 26. The thing about him is he's 5'11", 185, so he doesn't have like true size. And going against some of the receivers that you see in the AFC West would kind of hurt us, but he can match up with those dudes that are those little super fast dudes because he has true speed to him, and he is extremely good at coverage. And the dude is pretty much a thumper in the run game. He'll come off his block and he will make a hit even though he's a smaller guy. So keep an eye out for him. I really don't think he's going to cost too much money just because he's not a real big name. And the fact that he wasn't starting and just got progressively better. But if he can keep building off that, especially coming in and being like, because I mean, he has a true number 2 cornerback out there. So if he has a serious shot, I would love to see that. So I know a lot of you guys haven't seen tape on this dude, but go out there and just take a look at it. Let me know what you think about him. The last one I wanted to talk about is a potential replacement spot for Apple there, because he's still sitting on free agency. It's Daryl Worley. And I know you guys are going to be like, no, fuck that. He's trash. All you saw was his numbers as he was getting burned. He's going to have a hell of a lot better defense around him now. He's going to have the linebackers that can actually help. He's going to have a D-line that's going to be getting some serious pressure out there. I still like Worley. I'm shocked that we have not brought him back yet. It blows my mind that we don't have him back yet, especially with the additions that we've made on this team. So let me know what you guys think about that, because I know there's going to be some shit around that, but Worley's still young, and he's starting to learn this system, and he's finally going to have the help to where he doesn't have to cheat up at all to trying to play against the run, because our linebackers sucked completely. I would like Worley as a safety and depth. See, like even in that position. But we'd still have to fill that cornerback spot, and for as much as I love Mullen, having a straight rookie corner on that other side and having 2 kids that young on each side could totally screw us at some point throughout that season. I promise you that. Because for as much as we know these names on the depth of our cornerbacks, they're not fucking great corners by any means. I mean, every team out there right now has at least one true solid number 1 corner and a decent number 2. We have a questionable number 1 and no number 2 as it stands right now. We got a lot of dudes that can play that slot. We got that slot corner, the nickel corner, whatever you want to call it. Got a good bit of dudes that can play that and play it soundly, but we need a true number 2 out there. We have to get that. We can put him at nickel and move Joyner at free safety. That could possibly work, but man, Joyner kills me, dude. Until Joyner shows me something, I'm sorry. I'm not sold on that dude. I watched him get ate up by every damn tight end that we played against last season. As of right now, I'm saying that Joyner's not worth the money, but I think he's another dude now to where you have the additional talent around him to where he should be able to step up, and if he can't step up, that dude needs to go like with the quickness. I think a backup OT is the spot people don't point out. That's true. Didn't we bring back Devi today? We went ahead and re-signed him today. I did see that. Just kind of popped up as I was at work today. But I could see us going out there and getting another offensive lineman. I think it's going to come in the later rounds. I know I've seen a few mock drafts where they have us busting out an offensive tackle in that first round. And I'm not going to lie to you. I think our offensive line is set for at least one more season. And I would be truly pissed if we took an offensive lineman in that first round. If they go out there and grab one in like the 5th or the 6th, somewhere in the back end, just to kind of see what they can do, I'd be okay with that. I'm curious to see. I know a lot of you guys hate him, but Brandon Parker, I want to see how he progresses. I really think that kid had a shot. I've said it before. He was learning both tackle positions, and that shit is hard as hell to do. But they thought he had the potential to do it. So, I mean, I'm curious to see what happens with him. I don't know if he's going to stay or not. And I understand the people that hate him because he has. That dude, he screwed us more than one time. I mean, we all saw it. So, I have no faith in Joyner at any position. But I wouldn't mind bringing back Worley. See, I would like to bring back Worley because I know we're going to be able to get him cheap because he sat out there long enough now to where he realizes, like, okay, there's only a few teams that are going to take me. I might as well go back to what I know. And he is. I mean, fresh legs in the 3rd or 4th quarter, Worley can make a big difference out there. And tell you, man, Worley made some plays out there. I know his ass got burned more than one time. But every single time I saw him get burned, it was because he bit on a play action, because he knew if it was a run, we were going to be totally screwed because nobody was going to catch it. Or he took one step forward to try to cover the running back out of the backfield, and that receiver did a double move, and they were gone. So I don't put a whole lot of that on him, and that is what it is, but I don't know, man. Renee as a need, yeah. Kirby, yeah. Samoa, man, what's happening, dude? You think we draft a cornerback or a safety in the first? Yes. I mean, in my perfect draft, we trade back 19 to maybe go to like 24 or 25, maybe get something in the fourth round in return for it. But we go out there and get McKinney. I truly love that dude. I think him teamed up with Abram would just be incredibly insane. I think that would be, I've said it before, just a combo that would actually put fear in slot receivers and tight ends around the NFL. Because those two can hit, they can cover, and they both have that same attitude of, I don't give a shit how old I am. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to put the hurting on you. And I love that. And if we could have those two side by side, I would be so stoked about that. Kirby, we signed him. I wonder what that means about Gabe. I still think Gabe's sticking around. I think as long as he's under contract, that money's already been accounted for. There's still a possibility that he's a draft day trade. And I would not be shocked by that at all. But I want to see this offensive line stick together for one more season. I think there's other needs that we need besides trying to mess that up right now. I like that they benched Parker when he didn't play good. And they did. They did it with a quickness. And I'll tell you, when then Good came in and he played lights out. I was so happy we re-signed him. And then we got Debbie back in here. So the offensive line is looking pretty solid. So I'm curious to see what happens with that. Renee R., he was never good. I wonder why he's not gone. That's true. I'm saying it in the first. That's Mo and Rayer. Dre coming. Richard, what's happening, man? I don't know if Dre's coming or not. I don't want Dre to come to this team. I want to see either Elliott or Worley come back, or we take that chance and we go out there and we take one of those first picks and we put it on one of these corners. Because let's face it, there's no chance that Okudah drops to us. It is what it is. If by some fucking miracle he's sitting there at 12, that has to be the pick. It has to. And I don't think there's anybody out there that can really argue that. Because, I mean, then you would have two young potential number one shutdown corners on each side. And that shit would be lights out. But I just don't see it happening. And then, oh man, that's a tough one, dude. But I do not want to see Dre come over. I think he's going to get hurt. And it'll be the same shit it's been for him the past 2 years. On the chance that him and Gunther did click again and he went off, so be it. AJ Terrell, AJ Terrell, Kirby on the mic. I have one of those feelings as well. Like Sajoku, hopefully he comes in the training camp wanting a job. Killing us at first, of our Muse at Clemson in the third. That's very possible. I do like Muse. There's been a lot of people talking about him too. I just want somebody, if we bring somebody in, I just want it to be somebody that's fast as shit. Because you got to be able to keep up with Kansas City's wide receivers. I mean, it is what it is. They have two true burners. Tyreek Hill's in a different league of his own out there. So you're not going to have anybody that can truly stick with him. You're going to have to drop that safety above. And that's going to open up the other side to one-on-one. And it's going to be, no matter what team we play, it's going to be somebody fast as shit. So we have to have that number two out there. And then we have to have that safety help. But I want to have safeties to where if they cut across the middle, they know there's a shot that that's the last play they play that season. And that shit makes a big difference, dude. It gets into people's heads. And Abram had that. And we only got to see it for like 3 fucking quarters before he was gone. You put 2 of those dudes back there, it's going to make a massive difference on this defense. Fasting could hit. That is true. I was going to make a long video tonight, guys. I appreciate everybody that came out for it. I wish I could keep going, but still buried at work right now, so I gotta be up early as shit, especially going into a Friday. But if you guys didn't check out the show last night, that was just me and my brothers. We just had a good time, so be sure to check that out. It was a hell of a lot of fun. So until next time, guys, I'm Son Joku. I appreciate you guys so much, man. If you're new, please do subscribe. We will see you guys next time.